Hi, my name is Maya Saran-Resnick, and I'm from San Francisco, California.
Alright. Do you know what Rocky Flats is, and do you know where it is?
I've heard about it, and it's somewhere in Denver.
Do you know what they made there?
Plutonium?
They made 70,000 plutonium pits. How do you feel about that?
That's a lot.
How do you feel about people working with radioactive materials that harm themselves and the environment?
It's bad.
Knowing that there was a plutonium plant in Colorado, relatively close to where you live, how does that make you feel?
Uncomfortable that there is radioactive materials so close to where I am.
How do you think that affects you, or how do you think that could potentially affect you or the people around you?
Like, physically?
Sure, yeah.
Can cause health issues in people who are close to it.
I'm Andrew Fuller, and I'm from Phoenix, Arizona.
I'm Zach Miller. I'm from San Diego, California.
Alright. Do you know what Rocky Flats is, and do you know where it is?
I've heard of it, and I forgot what it was, and I don't know where it is.
Also heard of it. I think it has something to do with nuclear power, and it's east of Denver, I believe.
Now I remember what it is.
It was a factory where they manufactured 70,000 plutonium pits for atomic weapons. How do you feel about that?
Oh, was it, like, close to people?
Population.
Yeah.
I think that that's probably not safe, not in the best interest of the community.
I think it's up to the people running it to judge whether it's safe. And if they think it's safe, then it probably is.
Alright. Well, adding on to that question, how do you feel about people working with radioactive materials and, well, that can harm themselves and the environment?
Someone has to do it.
If it's their choice, I guess. If they're only harming themselves, I don't agree with the harming the environment part.
Now that you know that there was a plutonium plant in Colorado that's relatively close to where you live, how does that make you feel?
No different.
How close is it to here?
Like 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Yeah.
I don't know enough about it, but...
Like, knowing that it was there, how does it make you feel now?
Like, I don't want to go over by it.
Yeah.
That I'm uninformed about the area.
Well, they want to build a wildlife refuge over it. How do you feel about that?
Will
Do you
the
think that's-
animals
Will the
live?
animals be affected?
Well,
Probably.
because
No.
when it got shut down, they knocked the buildings down and put it under 6 feet of dirt. But
Doesn't sound like enough. No.
how do you think it could affect you and the people in the area?
Could probably harm us.
I've heard of some birth defects.
Birth defects. The hills have eyes, kind of.
Literally.
Yeah, I don't want anything to do with that.
Hi, my name is Jackie Schrader and I'm from Arvada, Colorado.
Do you know what Rocky Flats is, and do you know where it is?
Vaguely it has something to do with plutonium and it's somewhere near Boulder.
Do you know what they made there?
Plutonium things.
They made 70,000 plutonium pits.
Wow,
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
that's spooky.
How do you feel about people working with radioactive materials that harm themselves and the environment?
I don't feel good about it. I don't think that's necessarily a very good thing. It sounds kind of dangerous.
Well, knowing that there was a plutonium plant in Colorado that's relatively close to where you live, how does that make you feel?
I guess that's still kind of scary, but
How do you think it could potentially affect you and the people in the area?
well, I don't imagine like it's super great for our health. I don't think it has like great health benefits, especially like with, I know they're building like Candelas near it. It's supposed to be really bad.
Yeah.
It's Christian Matara and I'm from Phoenix, Arizona.
Do you know what Rocky Flats is?
No.
And it's a factory where they made 70,000 plutonium pits for atomic bombs.
Okay.
Do you know where it is at all?
I'm guessing it's in Colorado.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the mountains.
It is. It's in Denver.
It's close.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you know what they made there now. How do you
Yeah.
feel about that?
I mean, plutonium sounds radioactive, so
Yeah, it is.
radioactive is not good, and if it's so close to a population, I mean, I don't think that's right at all.
How do you feel about people working with radioactive materials that can harm themselves and the environment?
I mean, if it's for a good cause, I mean, why not? But if it's not like being kept up and watched over time, is not really good for the environment, I guess. Yeah.
So, knowing that there was a plutonium plant in Colorado that was relatively close to where you live, how does that make you feel?
I don't feel any different.
How do you think it could potentially affect you and the surrounding area?
Well, I mean, radioactivity over time, it's proven to be devastating to the environment. So, I mean, into populations, it's proven cause cancer and all that. So, I mean, if I get cancer, I guess.
Hi, I'm Richard Bloom. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri.
All right. Well, you know about Rocky Flats. How do you feel about people working with radioactive materials that can harm themselves and the environment?
It's a very unsettling feeling knowing that people work with these hazardous materials, especially going to work every day and being exposed to them every day. That just plants a lot of radioactive material in their body. Obviously, they can either ingest it, which probably wasn't the case working at Rocky Flats. They probably more inhaled it, which still lodges in the lungs and gets in the bloodstream and could possibly plant cancer in the future. So it's a very unsettling feeling knowing that people work there.
Knowing that there was a plutonium plant in Colorado relatively close to where you live, how do you feel about that?
Kind of like the same thing, unsettling. I mean, it's definitely weird to think that they were making nuclear weapons just 15 to 20 minutes away. Well, not making nuclear weapons, but the main part for them.
Mhm.
And
then how do you think it could potentially affect you and the people in the area, even though it was shut down?
I think even though being 15 minutes away, I think we're still a pretty good distance away from it, and it happened a while ago where I think it's not affecting us too much, but probably actually little. I mean, I doubt that I have gotten any plutonium the past few months being here at school.
Can you prove that?
But yeah.